Hi, this is part 2 of my lipstick swatches, as well as some lip glosses I have coming up too from the Sally Hansen Natural Beauty by Carmindy line. The last one I showed in part 1 is this Rose Bloom, which is right here. Sort of like a cool mauve-y pink color. It's a little bit deeper than the previous ones that I've swatched so far, so there it is there. That's where we left off. And next, I have three left, and they're all kind of neutrally brownish shades. So this first one is called Champagne Rose, and it's kind of like a nude color with that kind of leans on pink. It's like a pinky nude. Let me swatch that for you there. So there it is there. And then the next color is called Rosy Brown. And this one, it has less pink. I know it's called Rosy Brown, which is kind of like misleading, makes you think that it's pink. But it's actually less pink than the what was that other one? Champagne Rose. More brown. And none of these are particularly light where, there it is right here, Rosy Brown, where I can wear them as a nude lip for kind of like an erase lip look, because I think it's just because I'm so fair that these really aren't light enough. Like you can see, you know, it's going to look a little bit dark, a little bit brown on me, but if you can wear a little bit more darker shades as nudes, these could work as like a nude lip for you. And then the last one, and this one's probably the darkest, is Seashell Nude, and this is just like a brown with maybe a tiny bit of shimmer. I don't know if you can see that. So this is like if you're looking for even deeper. And this one is super glossy. I mean, they're all glossy, but for some reason this one just like slides right on, like extra buttery feeling. I'm not really sure if it's the color or what, but here is that. You can see like how shiny it is. I don't know why this one's like extra glossy, but here it is, Seashell Nude, a little bit darker than the other ones, a little bit browner. So there you have it. Here's my collection of those lipsticks right here. So hopefully that helps, because sometimes it's really hard to tell from the little, you know, color on the bottom of the tube here. I know like a lot of times they use real lipstick, and I don't know if this is real lipstick in here or not, but for me it's always kind of hard to imagine what color it's actually going to end up being on like my skin or my lips. So those are really nice. I definitely recommend them. Huge selection of colors, some really fun colors, you know. This is awesome for the spring, you know, these pinks or coral. Next I have the lip glosses, Natural Shine Lip Gloss, and I only have 2 of these in Nectar and Pretty Pink. Nectar, Pretty Pink. And I don't particularly like these that much, definitely not as much as I like the lipsticks. They have a pretty strong smell, which is sort of like fruity, almost kind of smells like raisins. I don't know, it's a little bit too fruity for me. I'm not sure that I love it, but it's definitely not like a gross smell or anything like that. You know what these smell like? If you've ever tried the other Sally Hansen, they're like natural butter something, and they look in like almost identical packaging like this, because I have one of those. It's kind of like a red color called berry or something. These smell like those. They smell exactly like those, I think, with that kind of fruity smell. Except these don't contain parabens because they're part of that Natural Beauty line, so that's the difference. I'm pretty sure the other ones do contain them. let's see where I can swatch this for you. They're really nicely pigmented for a lip gloss. So here's the Nectar, Sweet Nectar. So you can see how decent the pigmentation is on that. It's pretty good. And here's the Berry, or I'm sorry, the Pretty Pink. I actually really like the Pretty Pink. It's kind of mauve-y, more so than pink. It's like a cool pink, so you can see that there. It has like a really pretty shine to it. And I can put this on actually over my, you can see what it looks like on. Alright, I don't have a mirror, this is probably horrible. Alright. So that's like how glossy it is, what it looks like. I mean, it's really pretty. Both of them are. There's just something about it. I don't really know. They don't, it's not that they feel uncomfortable on my lips, but I think like I can really feel them on my lips, and they're not sticky, but just like being able to feel gloss on my lips sometimes kind of bothers me, more so with some brands than others. I'm not really sure why, but so there's just something about them where they're not like extremely comfortable to wear for me, but they don't like burn or irritate my lips or anything like that. And it's probably kind of like a personal thing, so maybe get one to try if you're concerned about that, if you're kind of sensitive to the way lip glosses feel on you as well. So here's all the swatches, and I just want to mention a product also from the same line, and I left it for the end here because it's not really available anymore, but it's these Moisture Plump lip balms. They look like this, and it's just like a tinted lip balm. And I think these are awesome because they're so, this is a clear glow, by the way, so it's not really clear, it's actually pink. But these are so incredibly moisturizing, and I just love them, and I learned about them just really recently, so they haven't been available. I haven't really had a way to purchase it in store, but I got a couple of them off of eBay, so that's a place where you can find them. And I did hear somebody say that they saw them in their CVS, which I haven't seen in CVS in a really long time, but maybe potentially they still have some left or something. I did email Sally Hansen, and they said they're not gonna bring them back because they're discontinued, but they're really, really nice. I think maybe partially the reason they got discontinued is because they have a pretty strong smell to them, and it sort of lingers after you put it on, and I am probably weird because I really like the smell. It's very kind of like fresh, citrusy kind of smell, but I can see how that might irritate some people too because it is strong, but it's nice and fresh, so I like it. So just wanted to mention these kind of in the end, not really do a full review because they're not really available, but for those of you that can find them on eBay or maybe somewhere, there's one I got in a swap from Makeup Alley, so just wanted to mention them so you can, you know, if you come across them and you don't mind kind of stronger smells, just check them out because they're just, I really like how moisturizing they are, and some of them add a pretty decent amount of color too, so I really like those. Hopefully they'll come out with some kind of replacement for them maybe, I don't know, I'm hoping. So thank you very much.